whether he was really consecrating the bread and wine is the true body, blood, and soul and divinity of Jesus Christ. And at the moment of consecration, the bread and wine changed into the actual, visibly, the flesh and blood of Jesus Christ. And scientists have tested this, and they've tested this flesh, and they found that this flesh was human flesh. The blood is human blood, and the blood type of the flesh and blood is AB. And if you were to cut yourself and bleed and stain your shirt, within 15 minutes you lose all the chemical qualities of blood. And if you give blood, when they put it in plastic bags, if they don't refrigerate that blood, within 1 hour it begins to break down. You have nothing but red liquid. But they took a particle of the petrified blood and liquefied it during these tests, and they found it had all the proteins and chemicals of freshly shed blood, 1,300 years old. And during these tests, when they tested the slice of the heart, rigor mortis had not set in, and it was determined that the slice of the heart was a living heart. Another miracle was in Siena in 1730. There were thieves that broke into a church and they stole a ciborium among other things, but they left the ciborium with 351 hosts somewhere down the road. They recovered the ciborium with the 351 hosts. They didn't consume the hosts, and they still have these hosts. They're from 1730, and they still have not decomposed, and this is incredible. In Cassia in 1300, there was a farmer who needed the last sacraments from the priest, and he called the priest. The priest went out on a sick call, but instead of taking the host and putting it in a pyx, he threw it in between the pages of a book. And so when he prepared the farmer for Holy Communion, he opened the book, and instead of the host being in between the book, there was a blood stain on the page of the book. So this is a miracle in and of itself. But if you can go to the church in Cassia and you can see the page of this book with the blood stain. But if you look inside the blood stain, you can see the profile of Jesus. You can see his hair, his eyes, his nose, and his beard.